nge-pause ini nanti. Okay, we are live. Hi Nigel from London, everyone. So this is the first event that we use from 2G using English. The first event. Click. Say chat it. Please the chat. Okay, so Iwan looks so nervous. So he asked me. So he asked me, what should I talk about today? I just say, just relax. I will do all the question. And actually, I also don't know what to ask. Yeah, okay. So everyone excited for today? I'm so excited as well because this is the first time we are using English. And we have Nigel Hans here from Sinai Software. And Nigel, have you fixed your website? I think we broke your website by registering our account there. Okay, so how many people is actually watching? 17. Just wanted to say hi to Kashish. Hello. Havana. Hello. Jonathan. Well, I'm glad that you already fixed it. I still need to verify my account. I haven't verified my account. Okay, so today we have Iwan, which is one of the panelists that we invite on 24 Hour of Chaos show 8 Bali. And we can say this is the show 8 continue for everyone who watch our show. So somehow it's hard to move on from the 24 Hour of Chaos. Nigel, probably we should create something like a hashtag after chaos. I already have a discussion with VMW, with Hongkit, that we are going to have another show, which is we are going to use a hashtag after chaos. So let's see how it goes. We are going to invite Mr. Daniel as well. Okay, so today Iwan going to share what about how he started the DNV Group, which is Iwan is actually follow our course starting from Nelson course, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Nelson course, yes, and then we changed the name to 2G Academy. And you follow us since then and still having the course right now. So,
yes.
Iwan, can you tell me when you started to build the DNV group? Which one first, the studio or the media first?
We start DNV Studio in 2014. By that time, me and my partner Esther, we decide to build the studio with just 2 people actually.
Yes, 2 people.
Yes.
Only you and
one
Esther?
laptop. Yes. Two people, 2 table, 1 laptop, and 1 PC.
Okay.
And the different things we do is we making a holding company first. So in our first year, we can landing several project from developer because we have the holding company. And Waduh, susah nerjemahinnya nih.
So I mean, like, so you started with the rendering first, right?
Mix. It's a DNV Studio basically is design and visualization. So Esther got the design part and I got the visualization part.
Okay, so is that oh yeah, you also have the DNV design, right? That time.
Yes.
Yeah. What kind of design that you do? That you did back then, like interior or exterior or both?
Mostly interior. We do mostly commercial retail space in mall, in public building, several car showroom. Actually, we want to try residential things. We want to try building, designing a home, but I don't know. All the project that came is a commercial project.
Okay. And uh, what software that you use for your rendering that time when you just started?
I use SketchUp with Tea Render. I don't know. Many people don't know Tea Render. It's starting with the open source software Kerkitea. Then I switched to Tea Render as their commercial product. But in the end, we switched to 3D Max and V-Ray.
Yeah, because of 2G, right?
You're the provocateur, man.
Yeah. Well, it's actually our mentor is actually the provocateur, Nelson. I do really hope he's here because he was in also watch us on 24 Hour of Chaos. And so you started as a working on design and also on rendering. And what year that you started to recruit people on? Let's say we are not going to talk about the design. We are going to talk about the rendering. So how long from the first time you started your company and to recruit your first staff?
We recruit on second month, I think.
How many
On
people?
second month, we one people. Then in 1.5 years, we grow to 6 people.
Okay. Only for the rendering or for all the, including the design?
Including the design.
Okay.
It's
Mixed, right? So one studio working on design and rendering that time, right?
yes, because I think the foundation is still the same. We have to build the model, we have to do the texturing and lighting. So it's multi-purpose, I think, because well, the system isn't ready yet, I think. So if we start to make some people do A, some people do B, it will be making us not working productively.
Yeah. So you built your first company and you still don't have any system. And what makes you want to build the company without a system? Why? You
That's
got
a
a lot
tough
of nerve.
question, man.
You got a lot of nerve.
Well, uh, because you mentioned Nelson course, actually, I didn't finish the course, and I'm such a bad student. Actually, many times I try to read much tutorial from here, from there. Then my style of learn is I try to combine them, and then I try to make my own idea about it. So if we talk about there is no system because I don't like to follow people actually. until until you slap me in the face.
Well, you actually got lots of slap from me. You just realized that the latest one, which is
Yes,
probably in Jakarta, right?
yes.
Last year. Well, so uh, let's say you dare to build your company without any system because you saw the opportunity, right? And to get the
Yes.
job and then get the money. So uh, here's what I want to ask. What is your why when you started your company first on the first time? What is your
It's
why?
money. My
Money.
why is money. Yes.
Okay. Is it work?
Uh,
Is it
for
work?
staying alive, yes, but for growing, not. It's not working. Definitely
Yeah.
not working.
Well, I've seen a lot of companies actually working for money, and somehow it just doesn't work. Like it's not sustainable business because when they see another business, which is other people business, and they got more money, and you starting to look at the business, and you forgot and losing focus on your own business, and then
Yes.
you starting to jump to other business, and at the end of the day you're not going to get more money because business is actually long-term business, right? If it's long
Yes.
term, you will get the money on the long term, and you
Yes.
growing exponentially. That's what people actually don't really aware about how about building a business or a company. That is why that we in 2G we believe that our quiz is going to change our life, and somehow it happened. And I mean, like me and Evan, really having a hard time back then. I was broke because of fire. Evan also broke because of the swine flu, right? So all uh, his father quail dead, and then the business is gone just like that. So and then we only able to do rendering, and we believe that this industry, as long we can get some dollars, it's going to help us to survive and to change our life, like completely change our life, which is, as you know, as you can see, our 2G grown quite fast, and we changed a lot. You already visit my house in Surabaya and also in Bali, right? So you know
Yes.
how we grow. Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Joy Long. So, and uh, what year that you actually opened your second division? It's actually the third one, but since
Yes.
the design is actually it's already gone, so let's say the DNV Media is actually the third one. So when you open that division?
On 2018, after some discussion, me and my partner Esther, we decide to separate the visualization division and design division because
Separate or divorce?
tough question, bro.
Well, well,
Tough question.
business is more like marriage, right? If
Yes.
you say separate, it's actually divorce.
But we still can visit the kids on the
Yeah,
weekend.
I know. Okay, go on. So when you
Yes.
open the media,
2018, we decide to separate the division, and not long actually. It's about 3 or 4 months after that, I talked with Femo. We discussed a lot, brainstorming a lot about what the future of design industry actually. And we see that nowadays people don't come to an architect or a designer interior to make a design, a house or retail space, but they come to us to make business. They want to grow their brand, they want to grow their business. So we took the opportunity to learn about social media marketing, uh, how to make content, how to build people brand. Actually, uh, there's a lot of work, man. After 2 years, we still feeling that we haven't got anything right.
Well, but like I said on the show on the show 8 on 24 hour of chaos, that you are similar with the VMW, but you are on the like a mini version from the VMW, right? Which is whole kid is smiling when I say that, and and uh, what happened with the media and also on the studio division during this circuit breaker uh, event that happened for the past 6 years, which is Jakarta is actually already announced that going to have the second lockdown, and
Yeah,
somehow Bandung will be next.
maybe.
Well, I can say it's for sure, because if Jakarta is locked down, it's bad news. And then probably Bali is next, because we have the highest occupancy on the
Well, hospital, yeah.
the hospital. So it's kind of bad. So probably Bali will be next, and Bandung is very near with Jakarta.
Yes.
So how you can survive during this circuit breaker for the past 6 months?
Well, every pandemic, every disaster, I think always have the silver lining. So in the past 6 months, starting from January, we learned a lot. I think Sela and Tika uh, improve very lot because they follow your course. I still haven't finished the interior yet.
Yeah, you never finish actually.
Haven't graduated yet.
Yeah, yeah. I'll
Yeah,
kick you when you're not finishing the exterior one.
that I'll make it sure. I'll make you sure. I'll assure you that I will finish both of it.
Yeah, it's
The
your
pandemic.
exterior is actually quite interesting. It is a shame if you cannot finish it.
Yes. Well, as many other business, I think we survive from our saving. For 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 3 or 4 months, there's really no project, zero new project. There's some revision from older project, but it's not a good money uh, for our operational.
Yeah,
We spend a lot of savings, but we spend a lot of time together too. Because before pandemic, me and my team, we rarely speak. We speak about the project. We do the briefing. We do the picture production, and that's it. But when the pandemic comes, everybody work from home. In that time, we speak a lot. We try to brainstorming more. because the load project is very, very low, I think. And the other
You
thing
got free
is
time. You
what?
got free time,
Very,
right?
very, 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 very big free time. But when we starting work from home, I decide that they can Sela and Tika can take the PC from office to their home, and that's when I see that actually they have very, very big passion about visualization,
Yeah,
because they send me question, they send me progress about how they do the course, the interior course from 2G in 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and I'm very surprised with that. Uh, their quality improved so much, but the most important thing is that their passion is shown.
belum.
They
Saya-
can try.
Suruh.
Yes.
Go on, go on.
Oh, okay. They can try to test lighting uh, for several hours, because before that uh, we have such a rush hour things. So for one image, maybe we only have 3 or 4 hours for one scene, starting from receiving the model from the client, then fixing the model, reapply the texture, the lighting. Actually, we only have 4 or 5 hours lah for each image, and that pressure make them fear to explore.
Hmm.
The sense of art is suppressed, and in that time actually we using V-Ray, so the technical aspect is demanding also. I try to make some render preset, I try to make some material preset, and that's not going so well. So when you make the interior course and using Corona, it's a big relief, I think, because we can start to see the artistic things and not to worry about the technical things.
Yeah. But well, Fury 5 is going to be quite game changer, and
Yes.
you, because they already locked the adaptive DMC setting, so everything is
Yes.
going to be automatically, and then it's more like a Corona. You just need to use the progressive sampler, right? But you know, somehow we just convert to Corona, and then somehow you have to go back to Vire. It's going to mess up your files and your workflow.
Yes.
But so I think the next big advantage using Vire Vive is actually if you want to take advantage about the layer compositing, that you
Mm.
can do the layer compositing right inside the Vire frame buffer. But however, we also haven't decided to back to migrate back to Vire, but we're still trying to trying to explore more about the Vire 5. That is why we also going to launch the new course that I
Mm.
mentioned yesterday, the scene optimization, that we uh, going to discuss about the Vire Next for SketchUp and Vire Next for 3D Max. I'm going to explain about how the adaptive DMC work as well. So even though on Vire 5, they're going to be all automatic, you cannot change the setting on the DMC, but you still need to know how the DMC work, because there are still some parameter that you need to know how to remove the noise with and still can do fast rendering. So that's the thing, that is why I still want to discuss about the very next render setting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
2020 is the time when you have to revise your own words. If you remember in 2012 when I go to Surabaya and meet you, we have a long talk in the carport. I still have the recording. It's 3 recording file. I think each session is 2 until 3 hours. You speak a lot about subdivision. You speak a lot about irradiance sketch. You speak a lot about uh, many tricks. But one thing I remember is that you say if you want to build portal, go ahead and use brute force, but don't use it on real project. On VRA 5, I think
Yeah, VRA 5 is going to
brute
be
force.
like I said, that it's going to be like a game changer because they also have the adaptive light on their VRA light dome, which is going to make everything faster. Yeah, and what I'm really expecting is actually the Project Lavina. So the Project Lavina is going to be another game changer in this industry probably. So I'm not really keen to deep dive on the Unreal because even though they have the real-time rendering, which is the quality is quite good, it's just migrating the files. If one project you have to do it in V-Ray and then or Corona and then you have to do it in Unreal, it's just spending too much time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the problem. So and I really saw the improvement from your team, which is Sela and Tika, which is they have a big leap on the quality, and I can say the camera angle is also completely different than the previous one that you proposed to be reviewed on the online review, which is the quality is completely different. Even though the texturing, the repetition is is no longer there, and that is the advantage on the VRAY 5, also on the Corona 6. The UV randomizer is going to help us a lot.
Yes,
yeah,
a lot.
So what do you, since we are still your team still working on the exterior course, and how but Lavina is still in beta, right, Nigel? I think still on beta. So since you and your team is actually still working on the exterior, actually last night is still just the fourth review, right, about the camera angle, and I can see that the camera angle that your team did, and including yours, is actually quite amazing. I follow your progress since the day one you are having a Nelson course, which is I am also the mentor, and that's a big leap. To be honest, it's really a big leap, and from there, what I want to know, and I want you to share with anyone else in this talk, what is the biggest advantage that you're going to get after they finish the exterior on the future, which is you can, let's say, the near future and the long run. What you can think about, what is the advantage for you? Which is, are you going to raise your price or get more client? kind of things. That I do really want to brainstorm that one because okay, let me hear what you say first. What you're going to say first. So
The biggest advantage is nowadays we can proud of the quality of the picture we can produce actually, because before it's only about the job, it's only about the money. One of my friends, I talk with her a lot too, and she has this kind of principle: if the client just want a 60% quality, just give them 60% quality. You don't need to raise your bar, you don't need to do the extra work. Well, that's what we've done for the past 5 years, I think, from 2014 until 2019. And in that time, there's nothing to be proud about. We we deliver the picture, we receive the payment, and that's it. But nowadays, me and my team, we can speak hours and hours about how to improve the small detail, how to get the proper angle, how to make a good lighting based on real situation. When we do it with passion, when we do it without thinking about what the client expect, actually we can over delivery. So we can make us proud. We can make our client proud with their design too. That's 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 kind of achievement that make us want to grow more and more every day. So
and
the first advantage, growing.
yeah. So the growing part is because you can enjoy your work. Your team can enjoy
Yes,
your work, and
yes,
somehow it's going to please the client and
yes,
make the client love your work. Of course, that's actually part of the surface, right?
yes,
It's actually part of the surface, and then hopefully the client will keep coming back to you,
yeah.
right? But well, here's the good news. Here's the good news for you. Based on our uh, experience, which is 12 years, it's actually what makes the client keep coming back is actually not only the quality. Yes, the quality is play a big role in this industry because they they need a good portfolio, but it's all about how you build relation with them.
Yes,
Yeah, I did mention that all the time. So
yes,
by giving more attention on the relation is actually you are not treating this industry as a commodity,
mm,
because lots of people is actually forgot about this, and they only focus on the high quality and say I have a high quality and so this is my price, and somehow the client just don't want to respect my rendering and my service, and then somehow they end up with having a job with a low price. So
mm,
that's because they only see the image quality and then just trying to please themselves and always think that they work really good and they deserve to get paid more, which is actually
mm,
in business that I always mention almost on every business talk on all or all almost the on the review, which is we did every week. It's all based on what kind of result that you want them to generate, right? So
mm,
it's not
yes,
about ourselves, but it's all about our client. Yes, we can uh, deliver a good image, which is like you 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 mentioned it really well. It's actually over delivered. That what make the client really having like a Sorry, I'm a bit rough person, and I always real. It's more like orgasm, right? For the client. I mean, it's more like it's kind of like oh yes, this is what I want, and you do understand me, and then you over delivered with the high quality. So can you imagine if you got something like that, like when you took our course this year, right?
Yeah.
And then when you can see the Sela and Tika progress, which is having a big leap, and you just say to me, yes, this is what I want. That is your aha moment, and you say, go.
Yeah.
You say, okay. So for everyone that not coming from Indonesia, we are Indonesian Chinese, and Iwan is actually call me Coco, which is, or in Chinese is actually Keke, which is brother. So hey brother, so this is a life-changing moment. So that is like that part is actually the over delivered, and then that's priceless. So that's the things that I always trying to focus on the all of my session in 30 days challenge, and also on the business and mindset. So there will be another lockdown. What's your plan? Do you have any plan?
Calling you.
To keep you insane, still to keep your sanity. Well, I guess so what do you think about the movement that we did, and we're still working on it? Which is we started on around March when the pandemic is started, right?
Yes.
So
as I mentioned, in 24 hours of chaos, your timing for the movement is perfect, because when people can go out, they have to improve themselves. When the job is going down, they have to improve themselves. And one thing that I want to mention is that the power of this movement is because of the people. Because in Afis ID, in each course, either it's interior course, exterior course, or extension class, the community is alive, and not just to ask something, but to share something too. We don't just want something to be taught to us, but we can also do our own research. We can share what we have found in our research, and that's what the community is growing. The movement is very organic, I think. Come from different background of education, of age, of gender, and I see that this kind of community will make each of us can improve a lot.
yeah, because like I did mention that the movement is actually based on my disappointment about the community. I mean the community in Indonesia, about the artists. Somehow, even though I left for 3 years, there are no significant improvement. Although actually Corona is make everything easier, and I'm 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 40, and I need to do something with my life, and for my country, for this industry, and that's why we create the movement. And somehow I just like, you still remember, right, when I call you and I say, I want to build a movement, and I want to create a free course. And then I also say that I don't know that if it's that going to help, and let's see from there how it goes. And actually the free course is actually not giving any good impact, and we changed to online review, right? And then somehow online review, the first online review we got like only like we got like 100 plus, and then on the second one is 200 plus, and the third one is like 500 plus, which is we cannot afford, we cannot let everyone in. We only have a maximum like 500, and then on the 7 or 8 reviews is actually we got like very less, only like 125, and somehow I say that into myself, we have to close down this this online review, because it's not going to give any impact, because people don't value, it's not going to value anything. That is why I changed to this business and mindset that I give you, I did discuss with you on the phone. And somehow, even though this business and mindset is actually really important, and we can say that there's only less than 50 people attending this event, and that's make me realize is actually we still have a lots of homework for this industry, for our country. So that is why I also try. That's the one of the reason why I invite you, because I want you also help me to inspire everyone and encourage everyone in our country. And let's say we can also bring this movement. It's not just in Indonesia, but also in Asia. I did mention with Nigel, it's I want the spotlight. I want the spotlight to be in Asia, not just in the Western country. Just want to show to the world that Indonesia and Asia is capable to create a great images and storytelling images. That's the purpose of this movement. Without everyone on board, I cannot do it alone. So that is why I need all the support from everyone in Indonesia. And the good thing is VMW going to join us with the Asian movement. That's the awesome thing.
There.
Yeah, he got a big name. He got a big name. He got a big name. Okay, so and the last time that the last call or not, yeah, the last call that we have, that you mentioned that you're going to have a lots of work, starting from the mid this month probably, or until next month, right?
Yes.
Is everything going to work fine?
Yeah. We closing the deal. Some of the project we approached have given us the contract. Some other still developing their design, but the scheduling is on par.
Scheduling are still on the still on the right path. Okay.
Yes.
That's relieving. That's relieving.
I don't know, man. This pandemic and the lockdown. Some of my friends tell me that in their mind the second lockdown will be much worse than the first one. But for me, if we have the right foundation, if we have the right mentor, if we have the right community, there will be always job for us to do.
Yeah. So in this, I mean, in this opportunity, I mean, like, for all my Indonesian fellow 3D artists, since Jakarta is already decided to lock down, starting the second lockdown on September 14th. And I always mention to everyone on the group that from starting last month, I guess, the financial minister has actually already said that we are on the edge of the recession, right? And I said to my team and all of you that once we already on the edge, because this is Indonesia, we are going to easily to fall on the recession. So it's actually, we are not on the, it's not about the second wave, but we are having the second wave from this pandemic. We just not realize, we don't realize it, but we are on the second wave right now. So it's not just for Iwan, but for every one of you. I want you to prepare. Try not to only work on what you do right now. If you do only a visualization, try to find different business as well to support you for the upcoming months. But if you already have a lot of jobs, then you are good to go. But make sure that the job is actually from outside Indonesia, because I don't hear any, I still don't hear any lockdown on the outside Indonesia. So hopefully they are not going to hold the project. But if you focus all of your project from Indonesia, like 90% you will got hold on your project, and you will still started to get a problem. So like Jeff Mottel always said on CG on his wall, actually, not on the CG Architect, I guess. The one that already survived the economic recession on 2008 is actually the one that have quite diverse. The job, their business and their job is actually quite diverse. But this pandemic is actually happen for any country in this world. So you need to make sure you can translate the diverse thing correctly. Diverse doesn't mean that you need to have a client from Spain, from United States, or from UK, or from Aussies, or even from Singapore. It's not just like that, but diverse is only also the service that you can offer to your potential client. Right? So it's not just about rendering. Somehow, if you keep thinking about rendering as a commodity, you only work as a 3D rendering factory. And I'm really glad that you, when I came to Bandung and you say to me that this is my new division, which is DNV Media. It means you have a diverse business. And I do believe that actually this DNV Media is going to help you a lot. And you can make your rendering as a support for the media, not the main product, right? And actually the media is helping people to promote their project, their business, right? And you can help them to generate money. That's a good thing. So any question, everyone, before we continue to the next session? If you have any question, for everyone who actually come from IDVN, don't forget we have a virtual reunion this Saturday. Only the IDVN, the old one. I'm old. I'm 40. Okay, so I saw a question. Scroll. I saw a question on the first chat. I think. Okay. So here's a question for you. How to keep your team remain solid during this pandemic, and is there any your team starting to thinking to move or resign? So that's the question.
As I mentioned before, during the lockdown on January until May, we grow stronger together because there's so much communication. We decide that we don't only learn about rendering. We decide that we have to learn about storytelling. We decide we have to learn about how is image can impact to marketing. So we saw a lot of Netflix together. Everyone in their own house, but on the morning we have a Zoom session. We try to learn from the movie. So to keep our team stay solid, we just have to give them the right things to do, I think. And the right things to do for that time is learning a new skill.
Yeah. So backdoor music, is that answering your question? If you're still here. So I want to share mine, what happened to 2G during the pandemic. So actually, a lots of artists left, but most of them are the modelers. So the junior artists, and I don't know why they left. They just left. They want to resign, and that's it. They are not saying anything, but well, shit happened, I guess, and somehow I think that I always believe that everything that happened in my life is actually God works. Like, you actually know what happened to me quite well, which is I always say that somehow in my life I got lots of miracle, which is lots of people helping me with a lot of things. And I believe that they left because God want them left. And the things that really shocked me is actually the one that left, the one that I don't like. Not because they are not performing, but somehow I can see they are not real. When I decided to come back, lead this company again, and helping Iwan to lead this company, and somehow I just want one thing, that I just want to have an ace team. I don't want to have, I mean, like it's not about how big or how small the team is, but I just want to have an ace team, which is they work for what we believe, that we can bring Indonesian name to be well known in this industry, and we can still working what we want, and working for our patient and keep improving our quality. Yes, we got a lots of obstacle along the way, but somehow, even though they left, we got even stronger. And if you ask me about how to keep the team to remain solid, there's one story that I want to share with you that it's actually happened almost a month ago. That when we have some of our artists have to work, I can say they work like 24 hours. I accompanied them until like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. And then I remember one thing that I completely forgot, which is bonding. The only way to keep your team remain solid is actually come from you as the one that lead the company, the one who lead the pack, that you need to take the first step, to take the first action, to accompany your team and always be there for them. Doesn't matter if you are a boss or a big boss, they're still human. Same with us, right? And by accompanying them during their work, even though it's like a 3 a.m. in the morning, it makes some like it's more like a bonding that I don't know how to describe it. It just somehow we got closer, and it's easier for us to discuss things like the idea that the upcoming rendering that we prepare for the 3D award. And I know the 3D award is less than 2 weeks. So, but they did lots of amazing things that goes beyond my mind. It's actually they already surpassed my skill on the rendering, and somehow that makes me want to cry. They improve a lot, and then they pursue their dream. Hey, how many people are actually trying to rig a 3D human by themselves in this industry? Usually they only use anima and that's it, right? My team is actually trying to rig the 3D people by themselves, and then right now they are playing with the helicopter. Yeah, I don't know what's their idea. Somehow it's the things that they did is actually they are doing right now. It's not on the storyboard that they propose, but well, I just let them to explore, right? I think my role in this company is actually to, like I said, the movement is actually based on 3 value, right? Respect, encourage, inspire others, and that's actually the value that we use in 2G, and we use it for the movement, the movement, because I believe there are it's just wasting my time to trying to find different value. I guess value is actually come from your heart, the real you. That's I always think, right? And why if I try to create a different value, it means that I have to be somebody else. So my role in this company is to encourage my team to respect what they want, encourage them to pursue what they want, want to create, and then at the end of the day, I need to inspire them to do what they want. Actually, there is something that I haven't tells anyone. Like a week ago, I mean, like a week ago, I showed them a music, and same music with different things. The first one, the music is actually in Mandarin, in Chinese language. And the first one, there are no Indonesian translation or even English translation. It's just karaoke things, right? So only the music and the Mandarin language. And the second one is the song. Exactly the same music, exactly the same song, and with subtitle. And the third one is actually exactly the same music, exactly the same subtitle, but on the third one, there is a storytelling first. And guess what? They cried on the third video. Almost all of them cried. The song called Fuxing. It's all about father. How a father fight for their kids. And that's always make me want to cry. That song is always make me want to cry. So the point is, I want to inspire them to learn about storytelling just by hearing the music, the song, not about reading the subtitle, but how they can feel the emotion that can the song can deliver to the one who hear the song. So that's what happened last week. And actually, everyone is really that they cried. I almost cried. Evan almost cried. It's like it's really that amazing. I mean, storytelling is really amazing if you can use it on the right way. Okay, so there's another question from URD for Iwan. What if the owner still want to build his project even though the lockdown is start soon? We know that our employee is work from home, right? Oh, it's for me, Mr. Ray and Mr. Iwan. Do you have any idea how to still on schedule? Well, that's the challenge. I don't know how you set your system, so I don't really can answer your question. So I think the best answer that I can give you is to adapt. So if the client still want to build his project even though the lockdown is starting soon, it means it depends. If you look at it from the different perspective, if it's like in negative perspective, you're going to think that is a disaster. But I always try to look on the positive side. It's actually good for you. I mean, you can finish your job, the project, and you will get money. Unless they will pay you 6 months later. Then you have a big problem. Okay, so is there any other question for Mr. Iwan here? It's really interesting. That's actually Iwan is it's already years. We know each other for years. It's actually, Nelson course was on 2012, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the 2012 is actually, and we just started on 2011. So you almost with us just like almost all of our career. Okay, so no other question, guys? Okay, so I want to share something. You want to share something, Iwan?
In my perspective, what Duyardis asked, what if the owner still want to build his project? It's a blessing, I think, because what we're afraid if the owner want to stop the project. If he want to continue, it's a blessing. And in our field, if it can be delivered by email, it's not a problem to work from home. We can use Zoom call to brief the employee. We can Zoom call to presenting the design, the picture. The only things that will be difficult is about the construction. But what I read is construction is one of a few industry that still be allowed to work when we have the second lockdown. So it will be not a problem.
So, DRD, is that answering your question? Hey, we got your colleague, Rahmat Nohradi.
Halo Mas Rahmat.
He's a landscape artist, right?
Yes, a very good one.
Yeah, I believe he can create foliage with his eyes closed. No need grow FX. He just use 3D Max. No need Onyx 3. No need anything. Just close his eyes and do everything in 3D Max, and boom, finished. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that he created lots of foliage back then.
His Photoshop skill is very magical. Rahmat can turn tropical rendering into snowy scene. I've seen one of his posting, I think 2 or 3 years ago, when he only do very raw render only the building, and with his Photoshop he can make it like somewhere in Canada or any other four season country. It's amazing.
Oh. Then you should come to Bali and teach me. Don't teach me. I'm more on the business side now. So Rahmat, you probably want to have a challenge with Pedro Fernandez. I can make a call if you want.
You don't have to use 3D Max.
Yeah, just do make painting. Yeah.
Yeah. Those Wacom in 2G Studio is only used by Ronaldo to draw some pig.
Yeah, like pig. Small circle, big circle, then that's it. Nothing fancy, right? And boom, because of that pig, my company is big.
The tools is fancy. It's Wacom Cintiq 32 inch.
Yeah, Wacom Cintiq 32 inch just only for creating a pig. And that makes 2G Studio viral. Sometimes you have to do crazy things to be viral, right? I cannot use webcam, but I can use my smartphone to get money. That's different. That's different. Okay, so any other question, guys? So I have if there are no question, I have another story to share, which is I got it yesterday, like not yesterday, like last week, which is really interesting. Okay, now Okay, so last week I watched a video on from Russell Brunson, and then on his events, Russell Brunson shared about he attend the event from Sean Stephenson, and on Sean Stephenson live event, he asked about he have a story. There's helicopter, right? There's a helicopter trying to save people that drown on the ocean in the ocean, and then when the helicopter is actually arrived, and somehow they realize that actually there are not enough space on the helicopter to save everyone. The question is, who they save, and who you going to save? Anyone can answer? So lots of people in the ocean, and you cannot save everyone, and who you will pick to aboard to the helicopter? Who you going to save? Anyone can answer? Please answer on the comment if you can. Probably Iwan can answer.
Not the fat one. Because they take so many space.
Well, thank God I lose like 20 kilos. Well, Evan might not select it.
You're here with me on the sea, bro.
Pick the shark first so they don't eat everyone. So Sean said, save the one that swim towards you. Write it down on the comment. Save the one that swim towards you. Why? The question is, the answer is actually, the one that swim towards you is trying to fight for their life. So you know which one who really need help. But the one that only stay on their place and say, save me, is actually the one that only play victim. You cannot save everyone. You cannot help everyone. That's what happened in this life. And he also said that some people just don't get it. Some people will only going to realize when in this life they on the next life they just I mean like I don't know how to say it, but some people just don't get it in this lifetime. They just realize that after they died, that they realized that they did the wrong things. So it's not happening only in this industry. So it means like a mindset. So it's actually connected with the Zoom call that we did last week, Iwan.
Yeah.
Right? I will not say the person name, but I did say, if you keep playing victim and you want to create like association to help everyone and then to save everyone as to be bullied by the client, it's not going to work because it's free organization. Nobody going to pay, even though they pay, how much money they're going to pay. If you want to lead the association, it's also not going to work. How you want to save one? You probably can save one case, but how many people that will have the same case? Like what happened if actually only there's 10 cases in a month? You won't be able to help anyone because you need to make money for your family. You need to make a living. So the only answer is actually leave the market, change your target market, and that's it. Change your mindset. Don't be always like having a victim behavior individuals. It's not going to save you. I did mention why a lot of if you say you do need those kind of association to survive. I'm not saying that I'm really that successful. I'm still far away than success if compared with the other companies such as D-Box or even Neoscape or Uniform. But somehow, even though I'm not that successful, I'm still success. I'm not just surviving. I'm not just survive. Right? Because I don't want to give a damn with negativity, and I don't want to give a damn with all the bureaucracy with on the government side. I craft my own way, like I always did. I failed 3 times. Not just failed, I bankrupt 3 times. So if you think, if it's not just for one person, but this is for every one of you. If you think that you are not having a good life at the moment, trust me. I've been in your shoes, and actually, it's even worse. I bankrupt 3 times with 100,000 US dollar loan, and it's not something that you can forget. It's how you want to survive and how you want to grow. It's all about the mindset. And Tony Robbins always said, you only can go as far as you think. If you think that you are as a victim, you're always going to be the victim. That's video from Sam Stevenson on Russell Brunson YouTube channel is really amazing. That is why I really want to share with you all, because it's very, very inspiring. And the title on the YouTube, this video is going to change you. Yes. If you want to grow, yes, it's going to change you. Right? So 3D Awards is actually like less than 2 weeks. Who else from us going to submit their animation or prepare new animation for 3D Awards beside 2G? Anyone? Thanks, Nigel. Nobody. I know Kun will actually going to on progress working on the animation for 3D Awards. Anyone else? Guys, even though you are not that good, if you keep thinking that you are not that good, remember one thing, that you only can go as far as you think. If you keep thinking that you are not good or not that good, I don't deserve this, I don't deserve that, you go nowhere. So the only way you want to go moving forward, to keep growing, is to improve your skill and keep practicing. There's no other way. During practice, you're going to fail many times, like probably like 100 times. Like my mentor always said to me, never stop before you hit render for 100 times for one scene. It's okay even though if you are not there, the quality is not there. Everyone in Indonesia is actually left behind, including us in 2G. But we never gave up. We always see everyone on the Western country, if they can do that, we can do that. Even though we left behind, it's okay. But we always trying to keep up with them. You don't have to be CG hero to upload your work to CG Architect 3D Award. Right? So it's not about winning. It's not about winning the 3D award. There are lots of people out there which is way much better than us. It's not about winning the CG Architect 3D award. It's not about the money, it's not about the price. But if you submit your work, or even you are dedicating your time to work on the 3D award images or even animation, you win against yourself. Right? Our worst enemy is ourselves. The only way we can thrive or grow is actually through challenge. That is why the interior course and the exterior course that we did, we name it 30 Days Challenge. We challenge you to grow during this pandemic. This movement is all about distracting you from negativity to positivity. So you don't have time to think about negativity. You only need to think about finishing the challenge. Yes, talent is not restricted by country boundaries. The biggest prison is actually in your mind. Right?
Yes.
And lots of people actually in this industry don't want to grow. Really hate about marketing or even sales. Right? Only want to work on the rendering and things like a commodity and someone. One day, like I have a dream, one day there's one client going to come to me and give me a big money and giving a job. That's not a dream, right? You have to work your ass, to be honest with you, right? Like Nigel said to me on the email, hey, Ronaldo, you need to speak up. You need to make your voice louder so everyone can see you. Yes, that's actually one big slap for me because I'm starting to complaining things. And hey, Ronaldo, you need to, what you are doing is right. You have to speak up. Yes. And I just, once we finished having a call with Nigel and with the Chaos Group team, and I think, okay, I always tell everyone not to complain, and yet I complain. Like, what am I doing? Like, well, I know we are all human, we make mistakes, but well, sometimes you also need a slap, even though you considered as a mentor, right? Even Tony Robbins have his mentor, Jim Rohn, right? That's the thing. We do need that slap. Thanks, Nigel. Now you can hear me from London. Yeah. Okay, so everyone, before we close the talk, it's already 1 hour, 20 minutes. Let me know your biggest takeaway from this session and write it down on the comment. Yang kalau nggak ngerti takeaway itu apa yang bisa Anda pelajari paling baik, pelajaran yang paling baik yang bisa Anda ambil di sesi ini. Nigel, you won't be able to translate that using Google Translate. Trust me. Okay, what is your biggest takeaway before we close the session? So don't forget, for everyone who are quite senior in this Indonesian art fish industry, we have a virtual reunion this Saturday. Positive and save the one that swim towards you. The last, that was awesome. Yes, that's why I shared with you. And so I have a question for you that you need to answer yourself, or probably I will ask you to write it on the comment. From now on, from this live session, who you want to become? The one that swim towards the helicopter, or the one who play a victim? Write it down on the comment. If you're not writing anything on the comment, then I can say that you play victim. Right? Being passive on a live event isn't the same as getting a passive income. It's completely different. If you got lots of passive income, you already in Maldives right now.
Can't we have an option to be the one who drives the helicopter?
And then you can decide the other people fate. The one that acts, the one who swim to the helicopter, push the limit, keep move, swim toward to the helicopter, the one swim toward to the helicopter. Do not afraid with failure. Failure is one step to be successful, and always support yourself. Swim to helicopter, I agree with Iwan. And the one who swim to the helicopter. Okay. Hendra, swim toward the helicopter. The one swim. Okay. Good. So I don't want to hear you to complain anything about the government not taking anything about this industry. Your life is yours, and your future is yours to decide. Right? We already have the community, the IFIS ID, the 30 Days Challenge group, community, exterior group, the dollhouse, the Vire SketchUp. Be active. Do your homework. You got lots of homework.
Do your homework. Damn.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Right? Why you bought our challenge, but you don't want to create the homework and expect us to keep preaching on Zoom every week?
Because I the first time I buy the course, I think it's kind of like a freemium game, pay to win. Just
Yeah,
play and you will win.
yeah. That is why now the course is not going to be, even though there will be a second lockdown in Indonesia and starting from Jakarta. I don't know about the other city, but keep my word, I will not lower my cost price because I want to filter. I want to only, I only want to serve the one that swim toward me. I don't want to serve people who only play victim because that's going to make me drown. That's the easiest way for me to drown, to help someone that actually acting asking for help. I'm not going to help someone that always going to push me every time I'm coming for them. I'm done with that. The easiest way to filter is only by raising your price. From there, you can see how they value their life, how they value their future. I know I value my team a lot, right? I bought a course like 40,000 without thinking for the second time. I just bought the course. And my life changed. My team life changed. Right? And he always told me that you can model, you can see other people, you can get inspired from them, but do not copy. You have to be creative, but do not copy what they do. Because it's just make you as a follower. And you are not authentic. Right? And one day people will realize what you do. And people are going to hate you for that. It's like throwing a boomerang and you cannot, and when the boomerang is back to you, you cannot get it. You cannot hold it and smack your head. Daddy, this session is so inspiring, at least for myself. I learned a lot from Corey, how to handle my own fear. I joined one of 2G masterclass back then in Jakarta. Corey gave me a lot of insight. Well, it's actually a workshop, but thanks. Really, I'm enjoying talking with you, having a coffee until night, and somehow I still sleepy. And me and Iwan, like, we keep smoking like a train. Stop.
Yeah,
That's great.
This recording doesn't have the best side of us because we can smoke in this video.
Well, it's actually the best thing that what happened in this business and mindset thing, or the insights actually, it's allow us to stop smoking for a couple hours. Right?
What, 90 minutes? It's a record.
Yeah. We should put it on the Guinness Book of Record of Indonesia. That both of us
90
can.
minutes without smoke.
We are not using any. We are not smoking any for 90 minutes. That's crazy. So anyone have other question that you want, or something that you want to share, so you can also inspire everyone who watched this video on the replay. Anyone? Oh, that's Maria. Maria Fania. How's your hydroponic business? I hope Nigel is still here. He need to change his belief from Autodesk developer software to become hydroponic farmer. Somehow, if I keep telling this, I want to change other people's belief in this industry to become a hydroponic farmer. Somehow, if I keep telling this, I think it's going to happen. Because I believe, well, that's what happened with Martin Luther King, right? He kept saying,
Yeah.
I believe, I have a dream one day, right? I believe. And then somehow everyone believe the same things, right? And makes the earth greener. Okay, on process, still trying and error. Well, I got my system, 4 system, which is 200 holes. Hopefully, I can harvest another 4 weeks from now. And my Brussels sprout is actually getting bigger and bigger. But I have a problem, actually. I don't know which one is the Brussels sprout, because I plant broccoli, Brussels sprout, Chinese kale, and then cauliflower. Somehow, the 4 of them look completely the same. So I just don't know which one is correct one. It's the Brussels sprout. So I just need to wait until they grow up. Yes, Jeff Model is leading the way in hydro, because he just, but it's not leading. He just realized that everyone is already onto it, and he actually just drawing his system. I need to have a call with him and, hey, Jeff, you need to do this, and then change and you need to create a community in CG Architect, like Arcfish hydroponic area. 30-day challenge, hydroponic challenge. Yes, 30 days hydroponic challenge. Probably we can suggest to Jeff that we can do that 30 days hydroponic challenge. Review. Okay. Thanks everyone for coming. So see you on next week. So I hope you can be the one that swim toward the helicopter, not the one who play victim, right? So if you have any chance to help other people, please do. And if you always consider that the movement that we did is actually helping you, please do the same for others. Respect, encourage, and inspire others. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye. And broadcast.